Okay, so I have a question pertaining to documentaries pertaining to the civil rights movement of the 60s. And I've seen a lot of them, and I saw one this morning, and it got me thinking. I watch all these documentaries, and I personally have not seen, you know, you go there and you listen to them and you see these people and they're talking about I marched with Martin Luther King. I was in this march. I was in that march. This is what happened. This is how we were treated. Okay, that's nice. Um, I see the marchers getting interviewed, but I personally, and I don't know, they might have some out there. I haven't seen all of the documentaries pertaining to the civil rights movement, but I never actually see any interviews with the street police officers that were on the streets against the protesters. I haven't actually seen anybody interview the street cops. Yeah, the officials, the police chiefs, and the city government officials. Yeah, I've seen them interviewed, but I haven't seen interviews done with the police that were on the streets, the ones that were doing the violence. I'd like to see interviews with them. Is there some kind of what did they sign some kind of legal contract that they can't discuss anything on their side of the fence about this? At some point, and that's why it's not going on? Or am I not seeing these interviews because I haven't seen the documentaries? Please, if there are documentaries out there that have interviews with the police officers that were on the street that you see in these videos attacking the protesters, and saying, hey, this was me back then, this is what I did. Yeah, it was stupid. I've changed. I'm not a racist anymore, and I'm sorry I had anything to do with that. I'd like to see a documentary that has that, but I haven't. If it exists, great. I'll shut the fuck up and erase this video, but I haven't seen it. Um, and I think it would be, if it hasn't been made, a very interesting take on the civil rights movement to do a documentary about. In fact, what the fuck? If I can do it, I'll do it my own damn self. Somehow, one way or another. I gotta figure it out. But yeah. Anyway, I would like to see civil rights from their perspective. The actual cops on the street. You see that you always see that picture of the black guys and the cops with the hoses spraying them down. I want to track down the cop that held that hose, and I want to talk to that man, and I want to know what his thoughts on the rate on equal rights are today as compared to what it was then. I want to track down the cop that had that dog that he let loose on the crowd and ask him, what the fuck were you thinking when you did that? I want to know what was being told to these cops in the briefing room before they went to the riot or before they went to the protest. What were they told by their chief in the briefing room as how to handle the situation? You know, how many places in the South was the police briefing also the local clans meeting? I think that would be a very interesting take. I haven't seen it done. If it has, please somebody give me a link or something. Say, hey, you can get this on Netflix, or hey, you can watch this on Google Earth, or hey, you're an asshole. Go to the video store and waste a few bucks. But yeah, if it hasn't been done, I'd like to do it. And if anybody wants to help me, great. If it has been done, I'd like to see it because I'd really like to see what these people, I've heard stuff about the civil rights from the people that did the movement, the marchers. I want to hear from the people, the police, the people on the other side. Yeah. The ones who claimed to be the law back then, you know, who miscarried justice against other people in the name of race. So, yeah. That's what I have to ask about this morning. I hope I've made any sense. But yeah. Anyway, this is Stoner Commentator. having my morning coffee, marijuana, and tobacco. Yeah, I'm really fucking myself up good, aren't I? Peace out.